Hari Om. Today I'm going to talk about key to happiness or secret of happiness. Everybody wants to be happy. And we want to be happy all the time and unconditionally. Many a times what happens, we do get some joy here and there, but that is temporary. It is not permanent. So scriptures have given us some pointers on how to be happy all the time. Now, someone may say that I'm already happy. I don't need these pointers from the scriptures. So then we need to ask a question, as I was just pointing out, am I happy all the time? And also, am I happy unconditionally? Many a times, our happiness depends upon surrounding situation or surrounding people. If I get this job, then I'm happy. If I get this promotion, then I'm happy. If I get to eat something that I like, then I'm happy. Even with simple tea, if that tea is hot, then only I'm happy. If it is not that hot, then I'm not happy. As simple as that condition, So our happiness is dependent on many a times on outside factors. And we know outside factors are temporary. They keep changing. So then our happiness also keeps going up and down. So we are sukhi, dukhi, sukhi, dukhi, sukhi, dukhi. This seesaw keeps going. So scriptures guide us for this key to happiness, that how to be happy unconditionally and eternally. Okay, so one of the keys that they have given is satsang, and I will talk about that satsang, or the company of holy people. And in that we know what is right and what is wrong. What will make me happy permanently, not just temporarily, and how I can be happy on my own, not depending on certain conditions around. Okay, so scriptures give us some guidelines on that. So I'm going to take one shloka from a book called as Bhaja Govindam. Bhaja Govindam. This is the story for the shlokas in Bhaja Govindam. It goes like this. Adi Sri Shankaracharya was traveling with his disciples in Banaras. And based on how he saw the condition of people around, based on that, he has written these shlokas. First few shlokas. And then some of his disciples also wrote additional shlokas. So that is a collection of all those shlokas based on what was observed in the society. And I'm going to take one shloka from that. That's shloka number 7. I'm going to show that shloka afterwards on the slide. I'm going to take one shloka. What was observed in the society and what is necessary to be happy. Okay, so the gist of this Bhaja Govind is that keep chanting Govinda's name. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. Keep chanting Govinda's name. Keep taking Lord's name, or whatever you are doing, in that see the Lord. And be happy all the time. But what he observed and what he has written in the shloka number 7 is something like this. Children are all attached to play only. They are involved in play. Actually, at that age, what they're supposed to do? They're supposed to learn. but they are more interested in playing. Then, as they grow into adults, they are too much attached to their ambitions or the passions outside, that they want to acquire some name, fame, wealth. The word he has used is taruni, means they're interested in other like women or men, or not just these man or woman, but something to acquire, have wealth, have name, fame. And they are so much attached in that they are not able to know what is the real goal that they are going after. They just get involved in these all different attractions. There is nothing wrong in having ambition, nothing wrong in having passions. We'll talk about it. But that is the means, that is not the goal that we are supposed to follow. But we get lost in that. So that's what he had seen back in those days also, not only now. He had seen in those days also. And then fast forward, adults, everybody gets old. And in old age, everybody, what he observed was worrying, chinta, worrying all the time, whether my money would be sufficient, whether my health would be there, whether I would be dependent on somebody else as I grow older. And also what they observed, as described in the previous shloka in Bhaja Govindam, previous two shlokas, that children or other people in the house do not even have time to ask, how are you, to this old person. So they feel lonely. They feel lonely, they feel dejected, they are worried all the time. And so in all this, children involved in playing, adult just running after passions, and old having all these pangs of worry, anxiety, and then loneliness. None of them have time to seek Govinda or take Lord's name. None of them are happy. They are just running after all these different things. So what is the solution to this? So our Chinmay Mission's Swami Tejomayananda has written a shloka contrary to this shloka. And I will show that shloka also as I go, but I will explain the meaning of it and see how contrasting it is. The main point is, we should know what to do at a particular age with right attitude. One more time I will repeat, doing the right thing at the right age with right attitude gives us happiness. If we are doing wrong things, it will give us sorrow. So right thing, doing right things or right action at right time with right attitude gives us happiness. How our Guruji Tejomayananda has explained this in this shloka is that at young age, children should be involved only in learning. He has used the Sanskrit word shiksha. Involved in learning, concentrate on learning, not just worldly knowledge, but acquiring values, having or acquiring discipline, learning self-control, learning all these different important aspects of life in the childhood age. Then as we grow older, use this knowledge that is acquired and practice accordingly with right attitude. Go outside, earn the money, yes, but with right attitude. Earn and serve the society, not just selfish thing, for me, or just ambition, passion. No, earn and serve the society. Earn with dharma, earn with the right attitude, and spend that money in serving the society. So first one is learning. Then next stage is earning with right attitude. Then old age. What was the Shankaracharya had written in Bhaja Govindam? That they are just worried, chinta. So what I said over here, instead of just being worried, have the attitude of whatever comes to me, I will accept it as the prasad, as bhiksha. I will accept whatever is coming. Because there is no point in being in the past, having those good memories. Oh, I used to do this, but now I'm not able to do this. So getting sad about it. Or being worried for the future, anxieties of the future. Future is unknown. We don't know what will happen. So just be in the present. Accept and be happy whatever comes in the present. That should be the attitude in the old age. So as we know this saying, past is history, future is a mystery, present is a gift to us. And enjoy that gift. So don't be in the past, don't be in the future, be in the present. And the word used for this one is bhiksha. When we are following something like this, whoever does it, that person would be happy all the time. Not just happy sometimes. Because again, the important point, doing right thing at the right time and with the right attitude. And we know this by attending satsang, being in the company of saints, holy people, also with scriptures. They tell us what is right and what is wrong, and also give us courage to do the right thing. So that is why it is very important to have satsang. And I will end with one sentence. Don't keep your happiness in somebody else's pocket. You are happiness. Your nature is to be happy. Don't cover it with, I get this, then I'm happy. I don't get that, then I'm not happy. Don't keep your key to happiness in somebody else's pocket. Our nature to begin with is to be happy. We are making ourselves miserable by following the wrong things, having the wrong goals. Okay, so what I want to do now, I will share some slides with you, especially those two shlokas I want to share with you. So, can you see the slides? Yes, okay. So, secret of happiness is given by the scriptures. Many a times our happiness is dependent on surrounding conditions. So, as somebody has said, we are either preparing to be happy or pretending to be happy. But we are never happy all the time. So how do we know how can and be unconditionally happy and eternally happy? So scriptures give us the means to follow this goal. This is the goal, to be happy all the time. They tell us what we should do and we should not do. And we must do the right thing at the right time with the right attitude and avoid wrong things. But many a times we don't have time to attend this satsang or follow scriptures because we are attached to so many other priorities we have. So this is the shloka that I mentioned from Bhaja Govindam, 7th shloka. This I have given both in Sanskrit and in English. It reads like this: Balastavat Kridasaktaha, Tarunastavat Tarunisaktaha, Vruddhastavat Chintasaktaha, Parame Brahmani Kopinasaktaha. What does it mean? Children are involved in playing, if you would say, Adults are, oops, sorry, one back. Sorry. Children are involved in playing. Adults are just running after the passion. And old age, all pangs of worries, anxiety, loneliness is there. Nobody is happy. That's what is usually observed. So what is the result then? People gain wealth, but they lose their health. And they spend all their wealth that they have acquired in regaining the health. So that's not the point. Or they're running after some passion or ambition. They reach up high up the ladder and then they realize, oops, the ladder was on the wrong wall. This is not what I wanted to do. So ultimately we end up in frustration, sorrow, dejection. That is what happens. But then Guruji has given us the key, right thinking and conscious living. So this is the shloka that I mentioned that Swami Tejavananda has written. Balastavat shikshasattaha. Tarudastavat dikshanishtaha. Vruddhastavat dikshavruttaha. Sa eva brahmani sadanuraktaha. So children should be involved in learning. Adults following the vows, whatever they have learned, follow, do that as a vow, diksha, that I will do the right thing only, I will not do wrong thing, I will not cut corners, I will earn money with dharma and I will serve the society. And then becoming old, bhiksha vritta, whatever comes, take it as prasad. Don't be in the past, don't be in the future, be in the present, accept whatever is coming with happiness. And such a person is happy all the time. Sa eva brahmani sadanurakta, always happy. So, three things again for what Guruji has suggested. Learn in the childhood, in the correct student phase. Earn with right attitude and serve the society, and a turn, make a turn inside towards yourself. Be happy with yourself, whatever coming. Don't be worried about future. Don't be going into the past, having the regrets or the memories of the past. So then what would be the result? We would be blessing to ourselves and to the society. So this will happen when we do the right thing at the right time and with the right attitude, and scriptures and satsanga guide us to this goal, as well as they provide us the means to do this. And one last thing I will end up with, the quote that I mentioned. This is Swami Chinmayananda's quote. Don't keep your happiness in someone else's pocket. Don't be dependent on something else outside to make you happy. We are happy. We cover it with wrong things. So do the right thing at the right time with the right attitude. All right. Hari Om, and thank you very much for listening.
अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः।
अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः।